YouTube! Hello! Yes! That's how the beginning of this vlog is going every single time I try to film it. It's just a long litany of incomprehensible sounds because I don't know what I'm talking about at the moment, really. I'm really tired. I've just got off work. Last day of work before auto assembly. That's it. Yes, I'm done and I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I have a little bit of packing to do. I have a check to cash, which is from my current job. Thank you very much, Sally. You are a treasure. So yes, auto assembly is only a couple of days away. It hasn't hit me properly yet. Although I might seem a little bit hyperactive in this video, it hasn't hit me properly yet. It will. It will. I think it will hit me properly tomorrow when I go and see Ray. I Love Mess. We're meeting up shortly before auto assembly tomorrow. Then we're going to go from his house to the venue. I think when we first walk through the doors of the venue, that's when it's going to be. That's when it's going to be like, oh, people are here. People are actually here. Matt, Timey is going to be there, and maybe Dave, Carlisle Prime, and maybe a couple of other people as well. And it's going to be brilliant because I've spoken to these people, but I haven't seen them for almost a year. And so, oh yes, oh, the new Christmas auto assembly. Oh, it's come around so fast, hasn't it? It always comes around so fast. And there's, again, the atmosphere, although it's always a really good event, last year was slightly more subdued because of lots of different situations and circumstances. I mean, it was more of a release, a venting of built-up tensions than anything last year. Slightly coloured by the fact that we just had the riots exploding throughout Birmingham. Thank you very much, you utter tossers. Wankers, morons, people involved in that. I mean, it's one of those things. What kills me about that situation, is that people were surprised by it. When you have a cultural situation where you precondition human beings to determine their self-worth based on what they own, and then take away the means by which they can own those things, you're going to get situations like that, aren't you? You fucking. Anyway, that's for another video. That's for something else. I'm gonna actually. This is an empty bottle of port, but I'm keeping it around because. Oh my god, port is the most This is cheap ass port. This is Coburns. It's pronounced Coburns, despite what some of the filthier minded of you out there may think. It's pronounced Coburns, you utter filth. It's fantastic. I love port. Port is my favourite drink on earth, and even the smell of it is enough to just relax me a little bit. It's utterly, utterly beautiful. It smells fruity. There's a grapishness quality, like a fruit juice quality to it, but it's more complex than that. It's rounded. There's a toffee caramel, almost like burnt caramel thing going on, which is fantastic. This is just cheap ass port. You can get this for like 12 quid, which is really cheap ass port. I like the really expensive tawny stuff. The tawny port, which is not ruby port, it's tawny, it's brownish. That is the best alcohol I've ever tasted. And I'll probably be drinking some of that at auto assembly, actually, if I can get a bottle of it. Yes, this is one of my... this is an addiction, and it really is. I'm not an alcoholic as such. Not yet, anyway. An alcoholic and alcoholic are completely different. An alcoholic bemoans the fact that they are alcoholic, whereas an alcoholic enjoys it. But I could very easily become so with this beautiful stuff. I just love fucking port. I do. It's one of my favourite things ever. I'm addicted to a couple of things at the moment. That and these. I don't know. I've got to think about oranges at the moment. I don't know why. I've actually been living off of these fuckers whilst the weather has been hideous and hot, which has gone away today and given way to some more rain. Thank you, Satan. Thank you. You have answered my prayers. I've been living off of these. There have been a couple of days where I've eaten nothing but fucking oranges. I don't know. Eating becomes a chore. in this weather. And I know most of you are probably hoping for really good weather over auto assembly. I'm not. I'm really not. I love it. I loved it in 2010 when it was pissing it down with rain, when the angels were urinating like fucking racehorses from on high, and everyone was in the bar, and it was a warm, lovely atmosphere. People had their alcohol, and we were talking about bots, and everyone was snuggled around tables and just enjoying the moment whilst the rain pounded down outside. That was nice. I liked the atmosphere of that. I'm really hoping for more of that today. I'm going to stop handling those now because it just looks weird, man. I can't juggle, by the way, so I'm not going to try that. But yes, this is my pre-AA video, which I suppose means I've got to do... I suppose it does mean I've got to review something, doesn't it? You'll notice I haven't done the... Excuse me. I haven't done the old reviewing TFs thing for a while because it hasn't bitten me. I haven't gotten the bug. I need the thing. I need the spark, the inspiration, in order to do it. If I don't have that, then I can't do it. So I do something else. I've been doing the movie reviews instead. I like those. That's the current thing that I'm into. That's the thing I'm obsessing over right now. God, I wish there was some port left in there. I might go and get a bottle, actually. I could go and get a bottle. I could go and get two, then I could save one for later. That's the alcoholic creeping in. No, I won't. I'll wait until tomorrow, in which instance I will almost certainly be going to buy one. Oh, yes. Yes, so, a bot. What should I review? What should I do? They're all over there. They're all over there and up there and over that television and over the hills and far away. Like the Teletubbies. Who should... I know! Oh, shit. I know! Oh, friggin' hell, he's dusty. God, what the... Should have been snorting cocaine off of him. Bloody hell. Oh, God, dust. I really must dust in here more. You see, I don't dust very often because I like dust. I like dust settling on things. I think it lends them a certain mystique. It makes the place look like a study rather than the tragic, sad hovel that it is. That's as clean as he's going to get, I think. Bloody hell is he dusty. Yes, that'll do. I think this, ladies and gentlemen, this lovely, lovely beast, this statue of magnificence, this nigh perfect dragon former. I have a thing about dragons in general. I adore dragons. I love the mythology, the physiology, everything about them. I love dragons. Oh, by the way, for anybody who likes dragons and who was born in the 1980s, Flight of Dragons. It's a great little movie, and also the book that it's based on, The Flight of Dragons by Peter Dickinson. Go and get it. It's brilliant. This is Cryotek. Cryotek, who is one of the Beast Wars Transformers. He's an utter bastard. Good. This guy. This is the guy that was Beast Wars Megatron's mentor. This is the guy who taught Beast Wars Megatron everything about megalomania, about power, about treachery, everything. He taught Megatron, and Megatron is his protege. He and actually turns out to be his better at several different junctures. I mean, Megatron bests him twice, really. Megatron betrays him. He's the guy who masterminded the theft of the Golden Disc. It was his idea. He was the one who was going to go back in time and alter time and space and reality to suit his own agendas. But Megatron nicked the idea and buggered off with the disc and left him to rot in a Cybertronian prison. And then later on, when Megatron came back from his self-imposed exile, broke him out of prison so he could help him in his agenda to take over Cybertron. He stole Megatron's dragon form, which he gained during the Beast Wars, copied it, grafted it into himself, and then was left for dead, because it deactivated him. He was left for dead by Megatron, who went on to take over all of Cybertron with his Vehicon drones. Indeed, yes. This guy, he is an utter bastard. He is a criminal mastermind. Before Megatron came and sort of took over Cybertron and destroyed Cybertronian society and beast machines, this guy was running rings around the Maximals and the Predacons alike. They all know that he's a gangster warlord. They all know it. But he hides behind this facade of being a legitimate business dealer, of being a legitimate tradesman and bar owner. He owns a bar on Cybertron. He runs a bar. How cool is that? He's Al Pacino. He is Al Pacino. He's a sort of Oliver Stone, Martin Scorsese type gangster character. Fucking brilliant. I always imagine him speaking like a Bond villain, you know. I always imagine him being rather English, just a little bit English, and being very suave and being very manipulative and getting away with a lot. He flings shit in the face of the Maximal Elders, of the Tri-Predicus Council, all of whom hate him. They're all trying to nab him because he is constantly undermining them, but he gets away with it because he's brilliant. He is supremely clever, just not quite as clever as Beast Wars Megatron, it turns out. Anyway, this is Cryotek's Dragon form, and it's an exact copy of Transmetal 2 Megatron. He is an exact copy. There is actually, I tell a lie, there's one sculpted difference. This, for some reason, that was changed. It's slightly different. It's more angular than it is on Beast Wars Megatron. God knows why, but there it is. He's beautiful. This is one of my favourite Transformer molds. It's great. The red version, which is Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron, is stunning. It's the best Dragon Former in existence, and that makes it one of the best Transformers in existence. It's a Transmetal 2, so it's asymmetrical, technological down one side, bestial and organic down the other. There is sculpted detail everywhere. There's a mane sculpted in here. There's these gorgeous horns and shit sculpted all over his head. He will lip sync to anything you care to play on your iPod. I like having him lip syncing to Elton John for some reason. He is a stunner, and I like this colour scheme better, and I actually like this character better too. I think Cryotek's an absolute stunner. Now, transformation. I haven't done this for a long time actually, so I may cock up royally here. There's a lot of potential for it in this guy, believe me. The transformation is really complex. In fact, Ray, I believe, did Transmetal 2 Megatron as a comparison to Beast Machines Megatron recently. This guy is the transformation is exactly the same as Transmetal 2 Megatron, so it's complicated, but it's one of those weird things. It's not complicated like most of the bleeding movie figures are, in that it's not. The movie figures are really counterintuitive. They're pains in the arse. They're not fun to transform. This guy is really fun. He's easy to figure out, even when you don't have the instructions. He's easy to figure out, and that's because he's just well designed. He's intuitive. The whole thing comes apart. The whole bot basically becomes this friggin' mess where everything is hanging off of itself. It looks like it's about ready to fall apart actually, but it's not. It all hinges together very well. All that's required is you invert the whole thing and then put the whole thing back together. He all just clips back together quite beautifully. Alright. Get on there, you bastard. Hey, there we go. There we are. Lovely, lovely dragon ponytail thing coming down there. Oh, I like that. I like bots that have got ponytails. I can't possibly imagine why that would be. Right, let's see. Yes, I think that's it. Speaking of Transmetal 2 Megatron, I need to replace mine because mine's broken. I'm very sad about that. If anybody sees one at Auto Assembly, nab it for me, please, and I'll give you the money for it. I desperately want my Transmetal 2 Megatron back. I played with it so often that his hip joints broke, which is really sad. I want my little dragon, my little red dragon friend back, please. There we go. There. Oh god, I've forgotten how fucking good this bot mode is. And how good it looks in this colour scheme. It's so much better in this colour scheme. It so is. There he is. There is Cryotek in his stunning dragon mode. It's exactly the same, in his stunning bot mode rather, it's exactly the same as Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron. It's beautiful. It's got Transmetal 2 Megatron's helmet within a helmet, which is slightly bizarre, but works all the same, and also his constipated, violent shit grin. Thank you very much, Ray. I hope you haven't copyrighted that yet. Again, all the details are asymmetrical, which is very nice. He's also very big compared to, like, ultra-sized bots of today. He's bloody huge compared to them. Absolutely stunning. He also has this thing. His tail becomes a ponytail. I love that. I absolutely love that. One hand is sculpted into this sort of... He isn't pointing as such. He's sort of saying, come here so I can beat you. I love that. And his other arm, I don't mind it in this guy. His other arm, usually that gets on my wick, but his other arm is the dragon head. But it's still, you know, you can still use it to grasp things. It's still workable as an appendage. And also, it's a nice weapon. He fires like cryo blasts and things out of that. He basically freezes where Megatron burns. It's fire and ice, it really is. I absolutely love the whole dynamic of the guy. This is Cryotek. One of the best Transformers ever made. And you know what? Alongside Magmatron, one of my favourites. There are three that compete for my favourite bot ever. Magmatron, Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, apparently, and also Cryotek. They are a holy trinity for me. You can also, yes, I just espied Razor Claw, the repaint, the universe repaint of Tigerhawk. The purple and black one, he's kind of in there too because he's fucking lovely. But this guy is spectacular. And even if you have Transmetal 2 Megatron, I'm looking at you, Mr. Mintz. Yes, I'm looking right at you. You will want this guy. You will. If you see him at Auto Assembly and you can afford him, buy him because he's beautiful. So there we are. That's my my pre-Auto Assembly review.